Today we are going to be taking a look at the CHESSNUT EVO. It's an AI board and it's absolutely beautiful from what I've seen online, but let's unbox this thing right now. So it's a little bit bigger than the last board that they sent to me, which was the Go. This is what it looks like when you open up the box, and as you can see, this thing is giant. So let's go ahead and take that out. Oh my gosh. Oh. This thing is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, guys. The box is beautiful. The design on it is beautiful. Wow. Okay, so it's too big for me to stand here, so I gotta go to the table. So I'll see you in a minute. Alright, so it's time to open this thing. Oh my gosh, wow. It's like it's Christmas. So this is how it comes packaged. They've got a lot of stuff here. So it also comes with 2 bags for your pieces, of course, that makes sense. Some extra Velcro for the bottom of the pieces. You know, in case you have some the fall off. CHESSNUT's got you covered. And then cable to charge the board, of course. Manual, you gotta have one of these, right? Now what is this? Oh, so it comes with a screen protector too, for the tablet part, which I'm getting my hands all over. So, that's pretty cool. We're gonna leave that in here until I'm ready to put it on. Oh, and what we've all been waiting for. Look at this board. Now, I'm sure the camera's not doing it justice, but this is beautiful. And the fact that it's got a tablet on the side of it is amazing. I'm so excited to try out the features of this thing. You know what? I gotta say, hold up. I gotta say, I was expecting this thing to be a lot heavier than it actually is. It feels like really nice and light. Like it has weight, obviously. Like it's not super duper light. You don't want a super duper light chessboard. But for it having a tablet on the side and a full chessboard, I thought this thing would be heavier, but this feels really nice to hold. So now let's go back. So it has this little section on it where so it's got the power button here, a place to charge. We all need that. This thing will probably have to be charged, and then I'm not sure what these 2 buttons do. But we'll find out using the manual. Oh, it actually does have a little bit of a charge. Look at this, it's turning on. So let's take a look at how nice these pieces really are. If you just take a look at them, they're plastic, but they look very, very nice. They have a nice shine to them. They have a nice feel. And there's a lot of detail. If you look at the knight, if you look on the bishop, they've really put on a lot of effort to make these plastic pieces look very nice and feel very good. And the Velcro on the bottom here, when you slide, it slides so smooth. So I think CHESSNUT did a really good job with designing these pieces and making them feel well, It also comes with an extra queen. We all love our queens. We can't get enough of our queens, right? I mean, we're always trying to promote new ones. So the CHESSNUT EVO has a lot of really cool features. They have 3 different engines on here. So you can play against Maya, which I believe is the human-like AI. And then we have Stockfish, the god of all engines, right? And then we got Leela. So it's pretty cool that you can choose between those people. Between those engines, not those people. And of course you can play online. You can even use Chessable on this. With the CHESSNUT Vision, you can pretty much do any kind of chess training with this board. And also, I guess another thing that I really love about this board is that you don't need to have your phone to connect to it. It already has a tablet here. So you don't have to worry about having your phone, looking at the phone, or anything like that. It's all right here, and it's very simple. You just sign in, you turn on the CHESSNUT Vision, which you can do by going into your settings. I just type in CHESSNUT Vision. I already have it on because I've played a little bit of games on this, but you just make sure that you have it on. So with the CHESSNUT Vision, what it allows you to do is it picks up on this tablet any kind of chessboard. So you can put on your favorite YouTuber, Gotham Chess of course, and when the video is playing, it will show where the pieces are highlighted. So if your favorite YouTuber is going through a puzzle with you, look at this, it's still lit up on the board and it's recognizing it. So you could be watching Daniel Naroditsky. I probably butchered that. Dania. And he has a great endgame masterclass that this board would be perfect to go through and practice with. And then you can also log into your Chessable account, and let's say that you have an over-the-board tournament coming up, which I'm looking forward to doing more of those. So this is going to be a great tool because I'll be able to log into my Chessable and I'll be able to practice my openings over the board. If any of you guys have kept up with my journey, I recently played an over-the-board tournament, and in the last round I completely malfunctioned and forgot my opening prep. And I feel like if I would have done it over the board, then I don't think I would have forgot. I also didn't practice openings over the board. I only practiced them on my phone or on my computer. So this is a really cool feature and a game changer, I believe. If you're super new to chess and let's say that you forget how the pieces are set up and you try to play a game where you have the bishop in the wrong spot, when you go to play, let's just start up a game here. We'll play against the 1500 stockfish. No. Yeah, 1500 stockfish or white. On here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the LED will actually light up, letting you know that there's something wrong. It actually can recognize what the pieces are, which is actually mind-blowing to me. Let's play stockfish. So we go e4. Okay. Now you guys might be able to hear that, if not. But you can actually have the volume on and it will speak. So I play the Grand Prix.
A7, A6.
And it tells you what it wants if you want the volume on. It's kind of annoying to me, so I'm just gonna turn that off. Now you gotta be very careful when you're sliding, because sometimes it will think that you didn't slide 2 squares and it thinks that you only slid 1. So you want to be a little bit careful of that. So you're better off to pick it up and then put it down. Okay, we're just gonna resign. So a really cool feature of this is the record feature. So I just played that game, and you can save it for later to go and analyze your mistakes. So I can click on here and it pops up. I can review it, and it'll tell you, you know, blunders, mistakes, inaccuracies. So in terms of like learning, even just using the board, etc., this is my favorite board that I have so far. And I've got like just normal boards without an AI. Obviously, like having the AI is incredibly cool. But I have a super nice chess set, and then I've got the CHESSNUT Go, and by far this is my favorite one. It's got so many cool features. You can literally watch YouTube and play along with your favorite YouTubers. You can study with Chessable. You can play online. You can play a variety of bots all over the board. You don't need to have a friend to play with. For me, none of my friends play chess, so this is perfect because I need over the board experience if I want to play in tournaments and gain my CFC rating. So this is going to be a game changer. Then of course you got your online platform, which is really cool. You can just go ahead and log in and it'll have all your settings. Now, I have played a little bit of blitz games with this board, and the one thing that I would really focus on with this is playing longer time controls. Playing blitz and such is fun, but it's a lot harder to play over the board while also moving your opponent's pieces. So this is more of like a 15+10 kind of board to use for online play, and I'm definitely going to be using it for that because I'll be able to sit here, I'll be able to calculate using the 3D pieces rather than just always being looking at a screen. So I think this is literally, I've said it so many times, but it's a game changer for me. I'm gonna gain so much over the board rating just from being able to practice and calculate using 3D pieces, because last tournament that I went and played, I only played online before it, basically. So when I got there and I was looking at the pieces and everything, it looked like a whole different game to me. Now, one of the only cons that I would say about this board is when you get into a game, now we got the black pieces, we have 3 minutes, our clock is going, and we gotta flip the board around. So the board it's light and it's not that bad, but as you can see, it's a little bit of effort to do this, and then you have to flip the screen even, so you gotta try and do all this. So now we got it, and the game was abandoned. My point is, the only downfall really is that it takes time to do this, but if you're not playing blitz games, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. You could put something underneath to make it easy to rotate. That's also another fix. It's a super easy fix. It's kind of like a lazy person con, but it's a con. I would put that out there. But playing like this with a board, I mean, it is what it is. And the pieces are not magnetic, so you can't really just like slide it around, right? So as you can tell, now it's all messed up. You gotta readjust. So this is what the overlay looks like. We have bot match, and we got online match, we got apps, which is basically where you go for your settings or for your internet here with Firefox. And you can look up anything on here. I mean, it's a tablet, so it's really cool. And then of course you got the analysis portion, so if you want to just mess around, it'll follow you. Let's say that I want to study a little bit of Carl Khan. Oop. Okay, we gotta go back. Yeah, we go here. Now, an opening that I've been trying to learn a little bit of is the Von Hagen. So, you know, you can put it on the board and see what they do. And you can, over here it'll tell you, like, Stockfish thinks that knight f3 is the move, which, I mean, I'm quite aware of, but. And now it says bishop f5 is the most testing line. So I guess one thing that is a little bit unfortunate is that there's no coordinates on the board. That's not really that bad of a thing. It'll force you to use your mind because, I mean, you know, the king is on the E square, and you should probably try and get a little bit more familiar with learning the coordinates. 64 squares is something that I've struggled with because I don't play over the board or anything like that, so I'm not writing down the notation. I'm just kind of moving the pieces on my computer. And so when I'm looking at this and I see bishop f5, like my mind knows where it is, but naturally I'm looking for the square that says like f5. So that could be a downfall for some newer people, but you know, the board is right here as well. So if you need to look at that, it can help you out. And then there is an engine, not quite sure what this is. I think you can have training sessions with CHESSNUT the VIP, and then there's a career mode. So you can just start from 0 and improve your ELO, which I think you just play stockfish and then you keep going up. And then record. That's where you played some games and you recorded the game to go back and review it later. And then there's a clock. If you wanted to play with a friend, you don't need to have a timer or like a clock that you need to actually click. It's all right there. But overall, I would recommend this board to anybody. It doesn't matter if you're new at chess, this thing would help you tremendously to learn. Especially if you strive to play over the board, this could be a great board to get used to playing on, and it could potentially help you gain a lot of rating over the board. While also using all the tools on here could help you with your online play as well. Yeah, so this board is super user-friendly. So it's great for beginners, it's great for intermediates, it's great for advanced players, it's great for everybody. And I can't thank CHESSNUT enough for sending me this amazing board, just so that I can review it for you guys. And if you want one of your own, check out their website. You can use code APEX and you will save up to 17% off the board. That's right, 17% off. And a portion of that will come to yours truly. So if you want to support and have yourself an amazing board, that's how you do it.